Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Rodimus Rants, the talk show, I guess, podcast. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, where I just talk about whatever comes in my head. So today I'm going to be talking about um Marvel Legends. So Marvel Legends was a very big series and it's still going on today. It first started off with two Toy Biz from something from some amount of time to later changing to Hasbro. So when Hasbro got the licenseship and when Toy Biz got it, they also did a new thing called Build-A-Figures. Build-A-Figures were figures that if you collected all 6 in the wave, or 7, you'd be able to build a figure. These worked with characters like the Hulk, Giant Man, Ultron, Thanos, figures that were bigger and really upped the prices on other characters, and that means that in certain series where it was a Black Panther movie, you'd have to collect, or the Spider-Man movie, where you'd have to collect Blizzard and Moon Knight, who weren't even in the movie or shown. Yeah, I know that was kind of annoying for lots of people, especially me, because I didn't want that Vulture wings and everyone just selling the figures individually. They aren't selling the part because people want the Vulture, and there was no way otherwise than getting all of them and then selling the rest to get them. Of course, some people do customize the other figures using the basic bodies sometimes to make newer, better characters. And I like that. That's a good idea, and it's pretty much a good thing to do. And it's usually able to get you a character that wasn't made, like Mania or a good Baron Zemo. Yep, they haven't made one yet. And of course, you can also turn to other stuff like SH Figuarts, but they do have higher prices, and since they are technically imports, it does cost a little more to get like the good Captain America that you want. But Marvel Legends now has a studio series. I call it studio series, maybe that's not the right term. 10th anniversary for the MCU series, I guess. I don't know. But really, it's a good series because they're going to release Ultron in his own box, I believe so, and Thanos with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. That'll be good. You won't have to buy all the other figures in the wave. You won't have to buy the 2 characters that don't even show up in the movie or in the MCU at all. So it's pretty good that you're able to get just a whole bunch of characters that you want. Characters that you like or think are better. I just hit my elbow against the wall. Or characters that you think are better or worse. So you were able to interchange them easily. So really, I think that it's better that you're able to find the characters that you want, like a good Captain America, a good Crossbones, without having to buy and get that big clunky piece. Because most of the times, you really don't want it. I think the only time that really the Build-A-Figure thing worked, of course it was like Collect and Connect for the DC one. It was the Justice League set, whereas all the Justice League, Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg, and you'd be able to build up Steppenwolf, and that was a good idea because that means you wouldn't have to buy a different Flash from a different wave, or a different Batman, or different stuff, and you wouldn't get like the random character. You wouldn't get the Joker, who didn't even show up in the movie at all. So I think that those were better, and of course some movies they can't do it, like Spider-Man: Homecoming. It really couldn't do it that much. I mean, they could have added the Iron Man suit. They could have added a better Shocker. They could have added the Engineer, maybe. They could have added tons of stuff. A good-looking Peter Parker Spider-Man, good one. You could have added that and made the Vulture come with a piece. And I really thought that that could have been better. Of course, Build-A-Figure lines have been proven to not all work that well. Most of the times people just end up selling or reusing the part, and I mean sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you just don't want to have the Blizzard figure even though you have to, because that's the only way you can get Giant Man. So really, I think that certain times Marvel, you shouldn't do it, or you should at least rethink your characters. The X-Men wave and the DC superhero and the DC Connect and Collect or collect and connect that wave for Steppenwolf was a fantastic wave. You got all the event, you got all the Justice League in one box, and you've got the evil villain and connecting it. So I think that was way better than just having to get two different characters that weren't in the movie at all. So I do think that worked out well. Same with the X-Men one, where it came with Wolverine, a whole bunch of other characters, Deadpool, Cable, the characters, normal X-Men, and then the Build-A-Figure was Juggernaut. I thought that was a really good idea because you built it up and it's a big figure. Of course, it was the X-Men, and Juggernaut was in the X-Men. He's a mutant. I think he's also Professor X's brother. So I think that works a lot better than the normal new Infinity War Thanos Build-A-Figure. Just look at it. I mean, you get two characters that you don't even want. I don't even know their names. And you get a pretty crappy Captain America. That Captain America is not good. They really have to fix that. Like, that doesn't look like him in the movie at all. Any of the movies, in fact. That's why I don't think people are buying that set. And they can get the Thanos with another head from the new set. The new Iron Man Doctor Strange set. Which I'm probably going to get that one. And I may even get a whole bunch of other ones. I don't think I'm going to get the Red Skull one. I don't think I am. Of course, if you do collect Marvel Legends, which I don't, I collect 3 3.75 inch or 3.75 inch. I collect that scale. So if you're like me, of course, sometimes they aren't good, and you don't need them because, like, who needs a 6-foot Iron Man next to half of that? I mean, of course, Ant-Man is the only one who really works that way. You can have a 3.75 inch scaled with the 6-inch one. Say it's okay. You can't have 12-inch scaled with a 6-inch and say it's okay. You can have all this stuff scaled together and it's still okay because he's able to size change, which of course some figures actually should have that. Like Iron Man maybe should have that incorporated into one of his suits. That would be really cool to actually see. Yeah, I definitely think that Marvel, you have to fix your Build-A-Figures. Hasbro, you have to fix your Build-A-Figure line. Because some of them are not working. And sure, people buy the toys at the time, but then they sell them. And really, I mean, maybe you don't care if they do or not, but if you're producing crappy figures that no one likes, at least make them all from the same movie that everyone likes. You could have included an Iron Man in that wave, unless there already was one. You could have included a new Star-Lord, a new Drax, all his children of shadows. I don't know what they're called. I don't know. I know one's like night something, midnight something. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, you've been watching Rodimus Rants, where I talk about whatever pops in my head. Today was about Marvel Legends, because I've been watching a lot of Glenn Webb. Anyway, I watched the first episode, which was released maybe either yesterday or 2 minutes ago. I really would like if you watch this series, because it is, in my opinion, my favorite series that's not a stop motion. I don't care if you watch reviews or whatnot. This is a kind of interesting series that I'm starting to like. Because it's kind of like Pen Point, but I don't have to talk about politics. Anyway, I'm Rodimus2099. Thank you for watching Rodimus More Rants. And tomorrow, or the next day, or in 10 minutes, we'll talk about something else. Anyway, goodbye and fare thee well.